Eid al-Duha is Friday, while Speaker denies betrayal claims. A very good evening to you tuned into UBC TV. Welcome to News Tonight. Let's start with a look at the top stories. Uganda Muslim Supreme Council confirms Eid al-Duha is Friday. Security stuck with 13 children abandoned at Namugongo. NUP flag bearer nomination sees surge in aspirants. While Speaker Anita Mong refutes claims of betraying President Museveni. It's me, Micheal, Lukomwa. Elizabeth Nakakoni joins in for sign language interpretation, and this is News Tonight. The Uganda Muslim Supreme Council, through its Sharia department, has officially announced that Eid al-Duha prayers will be held on Friday, the 6th of June 2025. The prayers will be led by Mufti of Uganda, Sheikh Shaban Ramadan Mubaje, at the Gaddafi National Mosque in Old Kampala. We have the details.
As Muslims across the world enter the final stages of the first 10 days of Dhul Hijjah in the Islamic calendar, Uganda's Muslim leadership has issued key guidance for Eid celebrations.
Praise be to Allah, the cherisher and sustainer of the world. Peace and blessings be upon his Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his family, companions and the followers. Allah says, "Indeed, we have granted you, O Muhammad, Al-Kawthar. So pray to your Lord and sacrifice." Verse 13, chapter 108. Anas bin Malik narrated that the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, used to sacrifice 2 white-horned rams, placing his foot on their sides and slaughtering them with his hands. Sahih al-Bukhari.
The Deputy Director of Sharia at Uganda Muslim Supreme Council, Sheikh Salim Bossa, has announced the Eid al-Adha prayer on Friday, June 6, 2025.
And the Eid al-Adha will be celebrated on Friday, 6th June 2025.
According to the Sharia Department, Thursday, June 5th, will mark the day of Arafah, a day highly recommended for fasting.
We here to confirm that the day of Arafah will be observed on Thursday, June 5th, 2025.
The Eid al-Adha prayers will begin promptly at 8 a.m. at the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council headquarters, Gaddafi National Mosque in Old Kampala, with the nation's Mufti Sheikh Shaban Ramadan Mubaje set to lead the congregation.
Prayer at the National Mosque will be led by His Eminence, Sheikh Dr. Shaban Ramadan Mubaje, the Mufti of Uganda. It will commence at 8 a.m. Please keep time. On behalf of Uganda Muslim Supreme Council and the Mufti of Uganda, I wish you a successful celebration of Eid al-Adha according with Islamic teachings.
Eid al-Adha, also known as the Festival of Sacrifice, commemorates the obedience of Prophet Ibrahim and the mercy of Allah. Sheikh Bossa urged Muslims who are rich to slaughter and give to the needy, as the Prophet Muhammad and Prophet Ibrahim did.
Basobozesezza okubeeranga musala mutuuse eri ab'eŋŋanda zammwe, eri mirirwano gyammwe, eri baganda bammwe abatalina busobozi mubawe ku nnyama. Tubakubiriza okubeeranga musaddaaka nnyo nga Nabbi Ibrahim alayhi salatu wassalam bwe yali omusaddaase nnyo.
Crispus Arinitwe, Jamil Sekaja, UBS News.
Eid al-Duha is Friday. Happy Eid al-Duha to all our Muslim brothers and sisters. Police are stuck with 13 children who were abandoned by relatives during the Mother's Day celebrations in Namugongo. This is according to a report by police, which also indicates that at least 150 people were arrested in connection with various incidents still during the celebrations.
Police are working closely with the event hosts to manage post-Mother's Day celebration activities, particularly guiding remaining pilgrims on how to return home.
Last night we had a big number because some of the pilgrims were still waiting for their buses, and early in the morning the buses came and it took quite a big number. But see, if you look around, their numbers still waiting. Some are waiting for their transport back home, then others are also stranded.
Some individuals are still stranded, although security and organizers say it is still too early to determine the exact number of those in need of assistance.
At this time, I cannot confirm whether they are stranded or not. It is still early. But as it has been, there is always a modality of working around with the concerned organizations.
And among the stranded, we are talking of those who have no money. And there's also another group of those who may have money, but they are mentally, I would say, challenged, that they can't remember where they came from.
Security authorities in Namugongo have reported that at least 150 people were arrested for engaging in disorderly conduct aimed at disrupting the Mother's Day celebrations. Police plan to work with the local leaders to screen the suspects before taking further legal action.
The security teams in the area will sit and see how to sort each and everyone out and either release them unconditionally or release them on bond if the allegations against them are clear.
The Police Family and Child Protection Department are stuck with 13 children abandoned during the celebrations.
5 of the children are here at CPS, 8 are still at Chila Division. We still have hope that maybe parents can come by and we'll reunite these children with the parents. So if we fail, we shall have to bring them all here and work around making sure that we ascertain the whereabouts of their family.
Those who lost phones and personal belongings are encouraged to contact with the police and check the recovered items.
So we are appealing anyone there that lost a phone to check on Chila Division. They have some phones, not so many that they recovered. Some were picked, some were bought with some suspects who were arrested, and we want to rule out whether these phones are stolen or not.
The management of the Catholic shrines in Namugongo noted a growing trend in the number of international and local participants each year, attracting hundreds of thousands of pilgrims. Abdul Nasser Lukomwa and Rogers Komagum for UBC.
Now, every 9th of June, Uganda celebrates Heroes Day, a public holiday set aside to commemorate the sacrifices of those who fought for the nation's liberation and prosperity. This year, Lyantonde district was selected to host the 36th Heroes Day celebrations due to the role played by the people in the area during the National Resistance Army liberation struggles led by Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Addressing the media today, Minister for Presidency, the Honorable Millie Babalanda, said that 50 Ugandans, both alive and dead, will be recognized with medals for their different and various contributions to the nation's growth.
Welcome, Honorable Minister.
Uganda will on 9th June 2025 celebrate our national heroes, both living and dead. This special occasion will take place at Lyantonde Technical Institute, Kaliro Town Council, Lyantonde District. The guest of honor will be the President of the Republic of Uganda, His Excellency General Retired Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, He will be accompanied by several distinguished guests, both from within and out of the country. Ugandans across the country are therefore invited to come and join the President as we celebrate this memorable day. The theme for this year's Heroes Day is the legacy and ideals of our heroes, a memorable inspiration. President Yoweri Museveni will also, on this occasion, honor 50 Ugandans with various categories of medals.
We shall also have an investiture ceremony, a program where Ugandans who are outstanding, like rightly said by the Honorable Minister, that there are those Ugandans who sacrificed in terms of so many ways, ranging from bravery, giving support to the liberators, and also ensuring that there was success in that struggle. So these outstanding Ugandans on such occasions are honored by His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda.
Now, the National Resistance Movement Electoral Commission has recorded over 900 registrations on the second day of nominations for parliamentary and district council seats. Notable aspirants include Minister Matia Kasaija, Bright Ramirama, Diana Mutasingwa, and Anifa Kawoya.
As the National Resistance Movement continues with party structure elections, more and more members, including those from opposition, have shown their interest to contest on the NRM card. Ministers that include Matia Kasaija, Bright Ramirama, Diana Mutasingwa, Anifa Kawoya, and many others were in attendance.
To make sure my people get more confidence in me, that today I picked my papers to serve them.
Nomination form, and everything went very well. Every staff was working very, very faithfully. And
I've been serving in government, and I want to continue to serve with His Excellency the President.
So we are going to finish what is not done and also create more services for the people of Isingiro.
Speaking to UBC, the ministers have laid down numbers of reasons they ought to work upon if trusted with the flag of NRM.
We need to improve the education, we need to improve health, and also need to improve our environment.
Kamwenge, we've enjoyed leadership of unity. It is for the first time that we are able to speak one voice, and everybody who comes to Kamwenge district, technical people, people from the ministry, they have all testified to this unity.
I have realized people want to get some small capital to start something to do, either in form of business.
Commission for the smooth organizing of this process and tasked the body to do the needful in coming party elections.
So I still love my people, they love me too, and I'm sure they are going to give me another term. I humbly request and appreciate the confidence.
I'm contesting, aspiring to contest and rebellate that area. Why? Because we have so many people who are poor.
I want to thank God that I've already succeeded in the first step, and I'm ready to go home.
Really grateful to the NRM. It has been so easy. We've taken little time to pick our forms, and my people of Chivale, I promise you I will deliver.
But I'm now set to go to ground. I just inform my people that I'm now set to come home.
Member of Parliament, including Twaha Kagabo of National Unity Platform, have also picked forms with high hopes of winning the race.
They have a member of Parliament who connects them so that they live in a government that they benefit from.
We're going to go back in the constituency to look for, to make sure we get the mandate from the people and we come and be nominated.
Many of them highlighted the pressing issues which attracted them to contest for the flagship.
It is a time for us to bring in new leadership into the district and champion for development in Oyam district.
The support I have from the people of Chinchills East. We know this is the time for change and everybody is just waiting.
The forms back to the constituents. First of all, read the instructions, take the forms, get endorsements from the constituents, and prepare for nomination.
Many have expressed readiness to abide by the party's decisions and support the eventual winners.
And the people of Omoro County and the NRM fraternity welcomed me in a sympathetic way. They called it a sympathy vote. And I thank them for that, because little did they know anything about me, but they chose to put trust in what I was trying to do.
Marion Awori and Joseph Muyingo for UBC.
The Speaker of Parliament, Anita Among, has refuted media claims that she has betrayed President Yoweri Museveni. Anita Among addressed the media after meeting several NRM delegates who had come to show support towards her cause for the CEC race in the NRM. She has vowed to utilize her efforts to push for the NRM agenda of the national transformation. The race for the position of second national vice chairperson female, a hot cake, has the former speaker and current holder, Rebecca Kadaga, who has also showed interest. Anita Among met over 60 NRM delegates from Ruchiga district and preached unity, development and sole candidature for President Yoweri Museveni ahead of the party's delegates conference.
So this is my sister, you know that very well, don't you? Don't you? She goes all the way for us, the people of Ruchiga. She goes all the way. She goes that extra mile. So once thank you, our beloved, for having us that much. And to show that love, recently, she sent her husband. You know, we spent a whole day with her husband, not so?
We therefore believe that those attributes is what we would like to see her bring into the top leadership of the party. Indeed, you will see a rejuvenated NRM with Anita Among as member of SEC. SEC, which is the Central Executive Committee of the National Resistance Movement, which is the ruling party, is the highest and the most strategic organ of the party. And indeed at Parliament is where we process policy, is where we process all the government programs into law, into resolutions of the House for appropriation and supply of resources. The most noble thing for you to do is to have one of your own sitting in that body of the party.
If you find, if you realize for some years you've not had the issues between Parliament and executive, you've not had the issues between Parliament and the party, and that is all out of this chom hand of yours. And the leaders told me, for you to be able to make decisions in Parliament for the good of the party and the good of the country, you ought to be in that position of the second national vice chairperson. That position is meant to be for the Speaker of Parliament. And for the Speaker of Parliament to be able to legislate and pass bills in this country and be able to do work that coordinates the country together with the party, which is in power, you need to be in a strategic decision-making body of the party. That is SEC. And it is in SEC that we as a party agree what to be done for the good of this country. And it comes down to now Parliament, to legislature. And that's why I am offering myself for that position. Because I will act as a link between the party, executive, And remember, the head of the party is also the head of executive. That is none other than President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. I will work hand in hand with President Yoweri Museveni for the good of this party and for the good of the country. And I will work as a link between the party executive and parliament.
Now, just a day after a bomb blast in Munyonyo, we headed downtown Kampala to assess the current level of vigilance among Ugandans that operate within the city. Our reporters have this to tell.
Upon arrival, the entrance to the old tax park showed no visible security checkpoints or safety measures. Passengers and pedestrians were freely walking in and out without any luggage checks. However, in an interview with the leadership of the Old Tax Park, they expressed concern over the lack of a proper boundary which allows unrestricted access from all directions.
Security and the police plus KCC to help us so that they can fence the Old Taxi Park so that we can get clear exit and entrance so that we can help our customers plus drivers to check whoever who is entering.
And all the people are using parks. They must be very careful because if they ask you and you refuse, we are going to take you somewhere. So for our country, we have to be very careful in taxis.
If you see anything suspicious, report to the nearby police station or any authority around. For example, any suspicious bag, any suspicious person around you, you report immediately to the nearby police station.
Along Namirembe Street and at the entrance to the Chikubo shopping center, large crowds of people were seen entering with no visible signs of heightened security or vigilance. During a press briefing on Tuesday at the Ministry of Defense headquarters in Buya, Colonel Chris Magezi, the acting Defense Public Information Officer, confirmed that crucial intelligence was obtained from a suspect arrested last week. This intelligence led to the prevention of what could have been a major tragedy. Mario Nawori for UBC.
Now, the race for National Unity Platform party flag is heating up, with the Electoral Management Committee reporting an unprecedented surge in the number of aspirants seeking for nominations at all levels across the country. The committee of the National Unity Platform in charge for elections says that all nomination forms that were initially printed are over and taken and signed. They say the sign of the party's growth in popularity and national reach.
Today marks day 2 of the nomination process, and among those who returned their forms is Nakaseke MP Lutamaguzi Semakula. The legislator is seeking to retain his seat through no flag for his constituents in the upcoming elections.
Political survivor, because politics these days is full of survivors. Like you saw some people in Mbarara and a certain political party. You see a bigger group of political survivors looking for bread. I'm not looking for bread. I've been in parliament. This is my second term. Even if they don't give me a card, as you say, kubanga abamawulire mwagala nnyo negative party. Tisinga baba tebakuwadde wakitombuuziza nti singa baba bakuwadde ogenda kukola ki? But because some of you are always negative, you always look at the negative side. which is totally different from me. I'm always looking at the positive side. I'm just ready to work for the people, regardless.
The nomination centers were a hive of activity, with aspirants from various districts streaming in to submit their documents for verification and endorsement.
Even when he was under incarceration, still he was receiving what his benefits. Therefore, we think that we have not been represented, and we have the youngest population in much in the West, which is unemployed. And what the Member of Parliament can do is to speak on behalf of the voiceless, to represent them. Therefore, we come to represent them.
I want to assure everybody and reconfirm that NUP is still very strong, and NUP is coming out even stronger, because those people who betrayed the party are out. We are now coming out with new blood and new ideas.
According to the committee, the enthusiasm has been overwhelming. In fact, nomination forms have run out, forcing the team to initiate an urgent reprint.
Like my comrade has said, we cannot give you the exact figures. It is overwhelming. We have those online, we have at constituency level, we have at sub-regional offices, and there are those also in transit. There are others coming, as you can see. So we cannot give you the exact figure unless we want to give you the wrong numbers. But the numbers are overwhelming. We already had an advert, and members who are bringing back the expression of interest have already known what they're eligible for. Because for members of parliament, we said at least senior 6 or its equivalent and LSC 5. But the rest, you can, unless it's just an additional advantage to people. But otherwise, we are only asking for senior 6, for members of parliament and chairpersons, LSC 5s.
The nomination exercise will continue until the 23rd of this month, with even more aspirants expected to join the race in the coming days.
Yes, check 1, 2.
Yes. Crispus Arinitwe, Jamil Sekaja, UBC News.
Ministry of Education and Sports recently issued new guidelines to curb extravagant spending and moral discipline in schools, particularly during events like prom parties. Our reporters have a gathering to do with this very issue and how schools can go about it.
The school guidelines prohibit luxury displays like hiring helicopters or luxury vehicles for school functions, aiming to decommercialize school culture and ensure schools remain focused on learning, culture development, and inclusive participation. Here is what you need to know as regards to the Ministry of Education and Sports school guidelines. Teacher-to-child ratio. Schools are advised to reduce from the current ratio of 1 to 40 to 1 to 20, literally meaning at any single moment there are 25 pupils per class maximum. School hours. Pupils should report school at 8 a.m. and leave by 30 minutes to 1 p.m. No homework. Government is of the view that all learning is limited to school time and environment without extensions in form of homework. Curriculum changes. Here, schools are encouraged to promote play-based learning with 7 key areas including cursive handwriting. No exams. Government further prohibits schools from subjecting learners to tedious termly examinations, advising that they rather conduct continuous assessments. Infrastructure and safety. Schools must be fenced and provide 1.5 square meters per child indoors. On school trips, for the nursery section, nursery pupils are presumed unfit for school trips, and so government has banned any trip for them except for primary 1 to primary 3, which is also only allowed under exceptional circumstances with strict supervision. For foreign trips, in case of foreign trips, government advises that schools must seek the ministry approval with clear educational objectives. And for these trips, they must have 1 teacher and at least 2 parents. PLOE is to be rolled out. Primary leaving examinations, PLE is to be phased out for continuous assessments. Curriculum overhaul. There is a proposal for curriculum overhaul whereby focus will be on competence-based learning. For early childhood program, government wants learners to be at least 3 and above years for nursery enrollment. Dorcas Kimono, UBC News.
Here's your chance to win school fees for your child for a whole year. Just pay school fees using Momo. Dial *165 *80#. Select option 2 for school pay. Select option 1 to pay school fees. Enter the student number and amount and approve the transaction. You will now enter the draw to win school fees.
I got to learn about the Powerball through the website www.nationallottery.go.ug. Played Powerball tickets worth 5,000, used an option of Quick Pick, and that's how I was able to be the lucky one to win 35 million. I checked my tickets online and I found out that I had winning numbers. The feeling was incredible and full of excitement. I would advise everyone who is 18 and above that whatever you're seeing here exemplifies reality. And I want to take this opportunity to thank Uganda National Lottery for bringing us this opportunity to win millions.
Uganda National Lottery. Dream, play, win.
Step into a world of excellence, comfort and pride with Royal Foam Furniture, crafted to perfection right here in Uganda. We bring you state-of-the-art living room furniture and bedding products at affordable prices. Our wide variety of mattresses include orthopedic, pillow top, spring mattresses suitable for institutions like hotels, and many others for home comfort. With every piece telling a story of royal excellence, our products are built with the highest quality materials made to last. Experience royalty with Royal Foam Furniture, proudly made in Uganda, so buy Uganda and build Uganda. Visit our showrooms at Ginger Road, Chambogo Junction, Bukoto Chisasi Road, and on Victoria Mall, Entebbe, on the first floor.
Are you a woman with a small-scale business with a dream of growing it to another level? The GROW Project is here to support you in realizing your dream.
The GROW Project is a government initiative implemented by the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development and Private Sector Foundation Uganda with support from the World Bank.
We support women-owned businesses across the country to gain hands-on and business management skills through training within your location, business financing through grants and affordable loans, and infrastructure in your areas of operation to enable you to increase your productivity.
If you have a business that makes sales of up to 800,000 Uganda shillings per month, the GROW Project has the tools and resources to help you succeed. For more information, contact your district or city GROW focal person or call our toll-free line on 0800 307 777 to learn more about how you can benefit from the GROW Project's services.
The GROW Project, empowering women economically, transforming communities.
Thank you so much for watching and welcome back from the break. It's UBC News Tonight. The Directorate for Ethics and Integrity has held a pre-validation consultation meeting on the long-awaited religious and faith-based organizations policy. The meeting held in Kampala gathered stakeholders from across the faith spectrum for final consultations ahead of the national validation slated for the 26th of June.
Balancing worship freedom with regulation has fueled national debate for several years. Deputy IGG Patricia Achan Oclear clarified the government's stance on regulating religious institutions to ensure citizen protection.
We need a regulation to bring harmony in what is happening in the faith-based organizations and religious organizations as well, so that there is harmony, not people to do things the way they feel like or to do things in their own ways and in so doing infringing or trampling on the rights of the citizens. It's a key sole responsibility of government to ensure that it takes care of the rights of its citizens and prevent such abuses.
She said the policy values religious contributions but warns unregulated growth poses risks.
If there is extortion, we have the Penal Code Act, we have the criminal system, but the regulation is not coming up with penalties. The regulations is just saying we need harmony. We need to work together. We need to recognize the contribution of each and where they are contributing, and we need to ensure that this is all recorded.
Reverend Mwesige said the policy took 9 years due to sensitivity and emotions.
It is an emotive policy, it is a sensitive policy, so we thought it wise we should not rush it. Once you rush it, then you cause a problem. Some of the people don't want it. Why? Churches fear change. Once there is a change, they will say, why is this change coming at this time? And government has to come with policy, because it normally comes with policy when there is a problem. Now the problem is there because we know that as much as there is freedom of worship, which was put in place by the Constitution of 1995, the Constitution did not put in place how this freedom of worship should be exercised.
Pastor Stephen Taiwa said they support the policy but seek alignment on specific issues.
I've looked at, when you talk about the unrests, the issues to do with criminality in church. Yes, there could be people who have used the church to do that, but this cannot be a basis for us to bundle the entire church and put it in in this and say it's the entire problem of the church. No.
The national validation on June 26th will host key religious leaders, parliament and cabinet representatives. Sodat Kaye, UBC News.
Now, on a sad one, the remains of the late Cedric Babu have been returned to Uganda days after he died in Nairobi, Kenya. Cedric was a media personality and a sports administrator whose life was cut short by heart failure on the 31st of May this very year, 2025. He leaves behind a legacy coupled with moments in politics after attempting to secure a parliamentary seat in 2021. At the time of his death, he was a member of the Patriotic League of Uganda, headed by first son General Muhoozi Kainerugaba. His family, led by his father, Captain Francis Babu, and friends, received the body at Entebbe International Airport today morning. Babu was also famous for his Cedric Live show, which added color to the screens of the Uganda Broadcasting Corporation. He will be laid to rest on Saturday in Kamengo.
Lay him to rest on Saturday the 7th of June.
Mr. Cedric Babu has been the Vice National Chairman of Greater Kampala, PLU Greater Kampala. PLU, that is Patriotic League of Uganda. We have just received his body this morning. It arrived at 9:05 a.m. and now we have just brought him to this home you have seen here. He's going to be here until this evening, when we expect him to go, his body to be taken to his home, and thereafter he will be taken to his daddy's place on Thursday. We also expect to receive him on the sports arena, that's in Kololo, in Lugogo. From Lugogo, we shall, on Friday, we shall take him to Lubaga, and then from Lubaga on Friday, we shall take him to Kamengo. So we argue, all our members and all our fans and all well-wishers of PLU and all good-loving citizens of both family, Cedric Babu's family and Mr. Francis Babu's family, to come and join us on that burial ceremony, which will take place on Saturday at Kamengo. So thank you very much.
May his soul rest in peace. He's a former colleague here, and we'll update you on the developments for his send-off. Victims of the local chairpersonship election violence that rolled out in the recent concluded National Resistance Movement party structure elections in Rukungiri district are demanding for justice. At least 2 people in different parts of Rukungiri municipality sustained injuries after being assaulted in scuffles that ensued during the internal party structure elections for the district NRM chairperson seat that was hotly contested between the former security minister, General Henry Tumkunde, and the current security minister, retired Major General Jim Muhwezi.
The hotly contested seat was taken by Minister Muhwezi following General Tumkunde's defeat in the election. Eliab Kanaimura, one of the victims and a resident of Chigaga Ward in Southern Division, Rukungiri district, said he was badly beaten.
I am asking security agencies to give me justice because my health is deteriorating, my health is not good.
Kainamura added that he is worried about his life and his family is now surviving on God's mercy, asking the government to quickly intervene before his situation worsens. Al-Jamada Ahmed, another victim and a resident of Uhunga sub-county, said he was roughed up and attacked by a group of people who belonged to a team of General Tumkunde.
Attacked me and used the knife to cut my side cheek, you can see it. Even he tried to block my leg, left leg, and even punched me with batons with other 4 colleagues, so-called Kanyamas. So I couldn't know all of them, but one of them, I got his name called Martin. If I see them, I can know them, that this is the one.
He now wants the government to look into his issue and help him in getting justice.
Financially, I'm unstable. I'm no longer working since I had been using my hands to work and were broken by baton beating. You know how the gang beats you in such way you can't even work. When I to walk, I just move by stick. So I don't know where I will end. As per now, my family back home is in bad condition. And
Apollo Kanyagongo, the Rukungiri District Police Commander, confirmed the incident, saying that the victims have reported their cases at the police and they are doing investigations. The DPC added that they have also arrested 3 people in relation to beating people during the NRM party internal structure elections.
We are still investigating these matters, and when we are done, we shall take them to State Attorney. And probably, if there is enough evidence, we shall produce the suspects in court. But in the strongest terms, we condemn the acts of violence during elections. These elections are not the first and not the last.
Addressing these allegations, Judge Owaku Kiroru trashed the allegations, saying that they are only trying to destroy the name and public image of General Tumkunde, saying that General Tumkunde is a free man and he does his things in line with the rule of law.
These people who are alleging violence, who are making claims and whatever claims, are making false allegations. And on our part, we suspect that all those things are orchestrated by our opponents.
Now, the Fortbet Real Stars Sports Monthly Awards have rewarded 3 athletes for excellence in May 2025. We thank you so much for watching. That and more will come after this short break.
Here's your chance to win school fees for your child for a whole year. Just pay school fees using Momo. Dial *165 *80 hash. Select option 2 for school pay. Select option 1 to pay school fees. Enter the student number and amount and approve the transaction. You will now enter the draw to win school fees.
Life in Uganda today comes with so many uncertainties.
Where will Madam get Kameza if I get an accident and can't work? If anything happens to me, what will Junior eat?
Yeah, Kale Musa is still in the hospital. Guy is missing a lot of money here.
With a monthly payment of only 3,000 shillings off your Equity personal account for Equi-Life Insurance, you will be entitled to 50,000 shillings hospital cash per night spent in a registered facility, up to 20 nights every year. And your family will receive 3 million shillings in case of your death. Visit your nearest Equity agent to sign up today or call 0312 327 000 for assistance.
This is a short story about you. No, I don't mean that this is you. No, this is not you. This is me. Of course, this can't be you. This can't be you because you think these things of touring Uganda are for rich people. You think these touring things are for people celebrating anniversaries. This can't be you. Because you think to enjoy wildlife, you have to first put in a leave request at work. Chimpanzees are just a 30-minute boat ride from Entebbe. And you get a chance to feed, name a chimpanzee, or even adopt a chimpanzee. You can even actually use this as a rehearsal to see if you can really provide food for another living thing. God gave us a beautiful country on a budget. We don't have to fly there, we are already here. This is ours, uniquely ours.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
Brought to you by
Thank you so much for watching. Now, in our business segment this evening, we have the Commissioner General of the Uganda Revenue Authority. In our usual segment, Buza Commissioner. He's going to explain. In this segment, he explains tax-related issues, and here he is with the beat for this evening.
Buza Commissioner.
We welcome you again to this program of Buza Commissioner. This week, as I promised you the last time, we are going to continue with the second part of the question of our brother, Mr. Joseph Wasoma from Chileka, who asked the question, what's behind different taxes on one business and how are these taxes calculated? So our focus today is on indirect taxes because last week we dealt with the issue of direct taxes. The next example of a tax that is indirect is excise duty. And excise duty, as I mentioned earlier, is tax paid on a few items. And for the case of Uganda, because it varies from country to country, we pay excise duty on items like cement, items like cooking oil, items like water, soda, beer, wine, spirits, and a few other items along that line. Now, excise duty is either paid as a percentage of the cost of the item, which is called ad valorem, or as a specific amount. A specific amount as in the charge of local excise duty is 50 shillings on per litre of water. That's a fixed amount. Or as a percentage, it is 10%. And the law says 10% of 50 shillings, whichever is higher. So if your water is very cheap, the cost of producing this bottle of water is very cheap, and it happens fall below 10%, then we'll go with 10%. If it is above 10%, then we will go with, if it is above the 50 shillings per litre, then we'll go with the percentage. So let me give another example of a factory that produces water. And we can say a factory that produces 100,000 bottles of water. And this factory looks through their costs of cleaning this water, packaging it, and they come up with what they call the ex-factory price before you put anything. Ex-factory price of a bottle of water, of one bottle of water, and you put this cost at 650 shillings as an example. For you to compute the excise duty on this water, it will be 10% of the 650 cost of each bottle of the 100,000 bottles being sold, and this will come to 10%. First of all, this is 65 million. 10% of this will be 6.5 million. Forgive me when I do these calculations mentally, it is just in the interest of saving time, but you can double check it. This one is 65 million, 10% of that would be 6.5. So this would be the local excise duty paid on the entire 100,000 bottles of water for sale. But what would be the cost of excise duty on just one bottle? Remember, it is 10% of 650. The actual excise duty on one bottle would be 65. And what would be therefore the cost of the bottle? It would be this 65 plus 650, which would be, okay, so 715 would be the actual cost of a bottle of water with excise duty inclusive. So what does it mean? If I go in a supermarket and I buy this bottle of water at 1,000 shillings, what this means is that the person who bought this water incurred the 650, which was the ex-factory price, added on the 65, which is the local excise duty on this bottle, and of course added on their other costs, which is about 285. And that is how you get to pay 1,000 shillings for this bottle of water. Therefore, the person who has paid the excise duty on this water is not the supermarket which has sold you this bottle at 1,000. It's not the business. It is the man who is going to drink this water. The 1,000 you've paid includes excise duty. It includes 650, the cost of production. It includes the other costs of doing business, as well as the profit of the business selling this. And that's why you now pay 1,000. So, in brief, that is how you know that this tax is paid by the business directly, and therefore it is a direct tax, or it is paid by the final consumer, and therefore it is an indirect tax, which is otherwise known as consumption taxes.
Buza Kamiso now. Now you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790-141-887, and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Tune in to UBC News Tonight every Monday and Wednesday for expert insights and clear explanations. Buza Commissioner.
When you want to relax your body and refresh your mind, welcome to Hotel La Confidential, Aroa's premier destination for luxury and comfort. The only hotel in Aroa City offering a serene atmosphere, breathtaking scenery. Come and discover our exclusive wellness club with packages that include a fully equipped gym, a rejuvenating sauna, steam bath, and a great sky blue swimming pool. For events, our state-of-art conference halls and versatile event spaces are perfect for hosting shows, wedding receptions, birthdays, and more. Come and enjoy our cinema hall and unisex saloon, all designed to meet your entertainment and grooming needs. Bring your family and let your kids splash around in our beautiful kids water park. We are located on Aroa Pakwachi Highway in the heart of Aroa City. Don't wait. Visit us on www.hotellaconfidential.com or call us on 0761 688 181.
You got us on your wallet. Again! What's this drama?
Drama? Colleagues, elections for special interest groups are calling. SIGs, elections, youth, PWDs, elderly. It's time to vote for our leaders, June through August. From village to parish to district to nationals, youth, PWDs, elderly. It's time, go vote your leaders. No! F-bomb-B! Elections are supposed to be peaceful. Easy vote, okay?
Youth, elderly, and persons with disabilities. It's time to choose our leaders. Let's show up and participate in the special interest group elections. Starting June through August this year. Your vote, your voice. My vote, my voice. This message is brought to you by the Uganda Electoral Commission.
The Fort Pitt Real Stars Sports Monthly Awards have rewarded 3 athletes for excellence in the month of May 2025. The awards event was held at Lazio Restaurant in Kololo.
Jonathan Tumukonde has been named the best volleyball player in May. Tumukonde was pivotal as his Sport Ace Football Club won the National League for a 3rd consecutive year. In football, Kampala Capital City Authority Football Club player Emmanuel Anyama was named the best. Netherlands' best boxer Willy Chakonye edged his colleagues after claiming the vacant World Boxing Federation heavyweight title. He beat Venezuelan Wilmer Vasquez for his 10th knockout in 12 professional bouts. At the same event, long-standing Federation of Uganda Football Association staff Hajat Aisha Narule received the Lifetime Achievement Award for longevity, dedication, and diligence.
She's the director of competitions, but ever since she joined that department, there is no false statement which will come out. She always on time. She will give you a table which is balancing fixtures. No team will remain without having a game. So she has been there. She's a lady of her word. She's trustworthy, very intelligent, so hardworking. Now, according to all active football administrators right now we're having in the country, nobody beats her experience.
The Fort Pitt Real Stars Sports Monthly Awards have since rewarded the best athletes, with this in partnership with others like Jude Color Solutions. Sudat Kaye, UBC Sport.
The second edition of the Virunga Gorilla Marathon in Kisoro district has attracted close to 1,000 runners from across the country, showcasing the beauty of the region and promoting talent identification in athletics.
The Virunga Gorilla Marathon's 4 pillars in tourism, economic development, talent identification, and climate change mitigation contributed to the significance of this sporting event. This event focused on the rich culture and wildlife of Chisoro district.
Virunga gave us a chance to get into the western region, and we have done different stories on culture and history, which is something that we needed. We needed that push. So it's also a way for us to tap into the culture to bring it to you. You need to know the different cultures, you need to know about Kisoro. There's so much we have learned. There's so much we have experienced. We have experienced the different climates, we have experienced the different food, the different cultures, everything is different.
Runners of different ages participated in the distances ran, including the 42 kilometers, 21 kilometers, 10 kilometers, and 6 kilometers.
Honestly, this was an opportunity for us to just get to tap into the fun excitement of marathons that are picking up in Uganda. And as Tuscalite, we do believe in well-being and just pushing yourself to live healthy. Yeah, even as you go to do everything that you do around. So we jumped onto Virunga Marathon to kind of get into the excitement that is there and also push people as we prepare for the Tuscalite Mount Rwenzori Marathon.
The event's focus on talent identification in running can help discover and nurture athletic talent in the region, potentially leading to more opportunities for local runners.
Is the scenery. It was amazing. I haven't seen anything as beautiful as this trail. It was hard in some places, up and down, rocky, sandy, but I kept going because of the beauty and also because I came all the way from Entebbe to run this marathon.
Marshamiro Victor, UBC News.
Mashamiro Victor brings us to the end of UBC News tonight. Thanking you so much for watching wherever you are. We have Behind the Headlines at 10 p.m. So at this point, Newsroom wishes you the best of the evening. My name is Micheal Jordan Lukomwa with Elizabeth Nakakon and the whole team. Bye-bye.
UBC, inspiring Uganda. Agriculture is Uganda's economic backbone, employing about 70% of the working population and contributing 20% of the GDP. As the world becomes a digital global village, ICT has proven to increase productivity in the agricultural value chain. UKUSAF, through its Strategic Plan 3, recognizes the importance of access and usage of ICT-based tools, information and knowledge for farmers by providing them the needed skills to live, learn, work and participate in a digital society.
We came up with a project which we took to UKSAF, and we're happy that UKSAF supported it. That project is called ICT for Farmers. What did we get from ICT for Farmers? We managed to skill up to 100,000 farmers.